Absolutely. And the field. Oh, that's right. Good. Well, James said he's got a staff. Check equipment. Yes? Yes. The event starts today. Oh God, yeah, we did that a year ago. You guys are too high priced to crush it.
Yeah, the extra hard, right?
With $30 more than they help. Yes.
I gave you all the first double X.
Thank you. I gotta run. I gotta go to the game. Sorry. Bye. Now they want to call them in the hotel room. I said I priced you at $30 higher than the other hotel.
The team with 8 coaches? No, it wasn't.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I was surprised.
Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy?
The XL. Yeah, because of the XLs, yeah. They used to be big load larges and fewer XLs.
I see we have the A team today.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Testing 1 2 3.
That was kind of smooth. Having coach come up with these every player, you know. We didn't stay long. We stayed for 2 weeks. That's very comfortable.
Fans, it's now time to announce the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Maine Bangor Comrades, post 160, the reserves. Number 1, Cam Graham. Number 10, Noah Tappan. Number 12, Nick Crichton. Number 13, Tony Cambria. Number 14, Zach Murray. Number 15, Kobe Smith. Number 16, Carl Sund.
Yes. Good. Yeah.
Number 19, Nick Canar. Now for the starting lineups. Leading off, the catcher, number 6, Tyler Park. Batting second, the right fielder, Ethan Stoddard. Batting third, the third baseman, number 20, Zach Copperthwaite. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 25, Noah Misbrenner. The left fielder, number 17, Austin Sheehan. The shortstop, number 4, Zach.
Test 5432, testing 5432, testing 5432. Test 5432, testing 5432, testing 5432, testing 5432. Testing 5432. Testing 5432, testing 5432, testing 5432, testing 5432.
Number 33, Richard Russell Walker.
All right.
Now for the starting lineups. Leading off, the left fielder, number 12, Ryan Boucher. Batting second, the catcher, number 14, Colby Bruyette. Batting third, the shortstop, number 7, Caleb LaRoche. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 18, Dylan Bayor. The first baseman, number 3, Christian Viljanin. The center fielder, number 27, Bennett Caseo. The designated hitter, number 44, Tucker Gaudette. Third baseman, Brady Green. The second baseman, number 6, Tucker Judkins. And on the mound, number 2, Jake Harkey. Coaches, Tim Combs, David LaRoche, Joshua LaRoche, Reese Tangway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dick Pastor, the chairman of the Massachusetts Athletic Committee.
We're going to recite the American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship. Please repeat after me. As an American Legion player, coach, and manager, I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. If everyone would now please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag, we will now have the national anthem.
Singing today's national anthem is junior Miss Shrewsbury, Sarah Gilmore. Thank you, and let's play ball.
Good job, guys. That was perfect.
On the mound for Franklin County, number 2, Jake Hickey. Leading off the catcher, number 6, Tyler Park.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome right here to Hanover Insurance Park, Fitton Park on the campus of the Holy Cross College. Just about set to get going with Game 1 of the 2017 Northeast Regional Tournament. Nice to be with you all. Steve Riley will be by in just a little bit, and it starts today. Will end on Sunday. This is Bangor to the plate, and Tyler Park. He's the catcher for Bangor to lead it off for the Comrades. Started the bat second here in the lineup. That is Jake Hickey out in the mound. He's a right-hander for Franklin County, Vermont. And the pitch is up high, and the count quickly goes 1-1 strike. We'll be here hopefully for all games. Mother Nature may not be kind to us today. We may have some weather later on that may cause some delays, but fingers are crossed on that. And the pitch down low for ball. We bring you our GoPro view. Beautiful ballpark here on the campus of Holy Cross. Of course, this tournament being hosted by Shrewsbury. They play later tonight, and there's a ball belted by Park in the right field for a base hit. So Park comes up with a single to get it started. And that's a good beginning for Bangor. That's a pretty good track from Bangor here to beautiful Worcester, Massachusetts. Ethan Stoddard, the right fielder, will step on in. So Stoddard to come to the plate. Be interesting to see what Bangor likes to do on the base pass when they get a leadoff runner on. Park looks like he has some pretty good speed. They're going to toss that way. Hickey thinks so also. Phil Jannon, the first baseman, Judkins down at second. LaRoche shortstop. Green at the bag at third. Defensively for Franklin County. The Hakey pitch. The bluff by the runner. Nothing going on. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike with a strike call. The Hakey pitch runner goes, and the ball belted towards the gap in left center field. That falls in for a base hit, and now slides by the center fielder, Paseo, and a run will score. And heading to third, sliding on in with a very tardy throw is Ethan Stoddard. Let's see how they rule that one. But Bangor off to a good start here, and they have the 1-0 lead. Cowperwaith now stepping up to the plate with a runner at third. That's going to be ruled a straight triple and an RBI. No error put up on the board on the overrun there by the center fielder. Now the ball gets away from the catcher. No advance by Stoddard, who's got to be out of gas at the bag at third after racing around the base path. Roulette is the catcher for Vermont. So Bangor off to a great start. 1 run, 2 hits. The Hakey pitch spins it over the inside corner for the strike call, and the count goes 1-1. Outfield playing just about straight away. And the pitch, ground ball, hit down to the shortstop. That will bring a run home. It's knocked down by LaRoche. He has no play. That will go as an infield single and an RBI. And Bangor is hitting the baseball early on. They lead it now by the score of 2-0. Here in the top of the first. Noah Misbrenner to the plate. Cowperwaith at the bag at first. You got Sheehan in the on-deck circle. Peor, the right fielder, by the way. Bauscher is the left fielder defensively for Franklin County, Vermont. They're trying to get something going here in the early part of the ball game from the defensive perspective. They've given up 3 straight hits and 2 runs to start the ball game. That pitch just missed outside. We get a level count, 2-2 to the cleanup hitter. And the pitch, that's going to be fouled off. So the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hakey's 2-2, up and in. That got him on the arm, they claim, and that's a hit batter. So 4 consecutive batters have now reached base. That's the first hit batter. Now you got runners at first and second. Nobody out here at the top of the first inning. And Bangor trying to deliver more with Austin Sheehan stepping up to the plate. So Sheehan, a left-handed hitter. He'll play left field today for Bangor. Bangor in the blue uniforms if you're just tuning in, and Franklin County, Vermont. They're in the red. That pitch up and in. Double elimination tournament, so it's not doomsday, or is it, if you lose today on opening day? But it's a long way to go if you lose on day 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's skied high up in the air. It's going to be fouled off towards the first base side. Hakey's been working for the stretch the entire top half of 1. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Folks out of Shrewsbury did a terrific job organizing this event here at Fitton Field, home of the Bravehearts. They do a terrific job too. We thank them very much for allowing us to feel so comfortable with inside their press box. Comrades post 160 at the plate. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's low and away, and they still can't get it out. A single, a triple, a single, a hit batter, now a walk. Bases are loaded, 2 runs a home. And Zach Ireland, the shortstop, will step up to the plate. Bangor coached by David Morse, Tim Bush, and Doug Morris. They have an equipment manager, Jack Williams, and Harley Colford. If you come on out here to the ballpark, certainly pick up one of their souvenir programs. It's full of information. As once again, they have done a terrific job putting this together, and it helps to support, obviously, American Legion Baseball. This might be our 11th year, 12th year covering the Northeast Regional. We've been to Old Orchard Beach, Maine, Burlington, Vermont, Manchester, New Hampshire. There's a pitch that's going to dribble towards the outfield grass. A little seeing eye, base hit. They're going to try to send 2 on home, and easy prey is Miss Brenner trying to score from the bag at second, so they got a little greedy there. Copperwaith scored easily on that little dribbler through the infield. Miss Brenner was gunned down, 7-2. That's an RBI base hit. It is now 3-0. Still just 1 out with 2 on. Colford to the plate. Big swing and a miss by Colford. You got Ben Crichton in the on-deck circle for this team out of Bangor. Hakey, the windup and the pitch. That ball hit up the middle. Center fielder coming on. It's going to bounce in for a base hit. Runners had to hold to see if Say was going to get to that. And that's another single. And the base is reloaded. So Crichton coming to the plate. He's a designated hitter. He swings from the left side. Bases are jammed. Just 1 out in the inning. 8th batter to come to the plate for Bangor. All kinds of activities take place throughout the greater Worcester area. So if you come on out to watch some American Legion baseball from one of the New England states, there's a lot to do besides watching some outstanding American Legion baseball play over the next 4 to 5 days. Outfield playing just about straight away. Count 2 balls and no strikes. The Hakey pitch, and that missed up high. It has been difficult getting out. The only out. Base runner thrown out at the plate. 3 runs on 5 hits in the inning. Base is still loaded. Franklin County would love a double play ball. And that's a bases loaded walk. Austin Sheehan will score. And it brings up the number 9 hitter in the lineup as the lead grows now to 4-0 here in the first inning. There's going to be some activity. There is some light activity down in that bullpen as Jake Hakey just struggled to get outs here. He's going to come out of the ball game. So we'll see a pitching change with that upcoming. We'll take a quick break. Early on, Bangor jumping out to the lead, 4-0 in the top of the first. Back with more American Legion baseball. Nice to have you with us.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family.
All right, welcome right back. New pitcher on is Richard Walker for Franklin County, Vermont, taking over for Jake Hakey. Hakey working just a third of an inning, allowing 4 hits and 5 runs. He walked 2 and hit a batter. He'll be responsible for all 3 base runners, as Ryan Brookings, a center fielder, will step up to the plate for Bangor. So Brookings a dig on into that right-handed batter's box, and boy, they've been hitting the baseball. They got a triple, a couple of hard-hit singles, a couple of seeing eye base hits to throw in there too. That's what happens when you're having a big inning. Crooked number 4 up on the board here on the top of the first. Early morning start. Not easy. These guys not accustomed to playing early morning baseball. Walker's pitch. That missed low and away. Of course, the winner of this Northeast Regional moving on to Shelby, North Carolina. The weekend following this. Pitch fouled straight back by Brookings. Top of the order on deck, and Tyler Park. Park set the tone with that solid single. Right field. Walker to deal it. And he missed outside. The count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded. Just 1 down here on the top of the first. The Walker pitch. That ball well struck down the left field line. Left fielder on the run. It's out of the reach of Boucher, and 1 run will score, 2 will score. They're going to send another relay throw from LaRoche, and it's going to be late and short, and that's a 3-run double for the number 9 guy, Ryan Brookings. Ireland, Colford, Triton, they all score. In the lead now, Bangor 6. They only got 6 up on the board. Okay, I would have it at 7. Let's see if they change that. Maybe I'm a little crazy. I could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it should be 7 up on the board there. Should be 7-0. So Park up for the second time. 10th batter to come to the plate. Still 1 out. And they change the scoreboard now here at Fitton Field. The Walker pitch, that missed up high. 7 runs on 6 hits. We're still in the top of the first inning. Not a pretty beginning for Franklin County, Vermont. And our good friends from the beautiful state of Vermont. Ground ball hit down the second, fielded by Judkins, and on the first, and they got it there for the out. So Park retired.
Now batting the right fielder, number 18.
That's the second out of the inning. Brings up Ethan Stoddard. Stoddard tripled his first plate appearance. Hit that gap out there in left center field. The ball scooted between the outfielders. Also scored a run. So you got a runner at the bag at third with Brookings advancing on that ground ball. And the pitch down low. So those 3 runs were charged to Hakey, by the way. So his book is closed after a third. And the 1-0 pitch fouled straight back. Hakey works a third inning, allowing 4 hits and 8 runs. He walked 2, hit a batter, did not have a strikeout. Actually, 7 runs. Got to change that. The Walker pitch down low. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. First of 4 today. We'll run down the entire schedule for you as we move along. That's a pretty pitch there from Walker. He looked like he's beginning to loosen up. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. And the pitch. That ball hit a long way down the left field line. Going to carry to the fence, and that is gone. A 2-run home run by Ethan Stoddard. There was no doubt about it when that left the bat. He's got 3 RBIs now in the ball game. But boy, did he get that out of here in a hurry. Brookings will score along with Stoddard, who's 2 for 2 with a home run and a triple. It is now 9-0 here on the top of the first. Cowperwaith to the plate. An RBI base hit his first time. Boy, did Stoddard get all of that. That's fouled straight back. Well, it's 332 down the line and left. He cleared that by plenty. 385 to center, 372 to right. Bases are finally clear. 11 batters have come to the plate. 9 runs on 7 hits for Bangor, Maine here on the top of inning number 1. That ball hit high in the air to the center fielder, and it's going to be caught for the inning's final out. All right, that's going to do it. But I'll tell you what a big inning. 12 to the plate, and as we mentioned, 9 runs on the board for Bangor. They have 9, Franklin County. They're coming to the plate.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized.
Fielder number 12, Ryan Boucher.
All right, welcome right back. Ryan Boucher, who lead things off here for Franklin County, Vermont. They're going up against Gary Farnham. So Farnham working with a 9-run lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's see how he does in that maintenance role. When you think about it, hit the strike zone, let your defense make the plays. Don't give up 3 bases when you got yourself a gigantic lead like this. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Brookings, the center fielder. She and the left fielder, Stoddard, who's had a big day at the plate already, just clouded a long 2-run home run. He's in right. That pitch in there for the strike call. That's Tyler Park behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes for Bangor. Noah Misbrenner, the first baseman today. Jesse Colford, the second baseman. Zach Island playing the shortstop spot. Copperweight manning the bag at third. pitch over for the strike, and the count now level at 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of inning number 1. That score is correct if you're just tuning in. The Farnham pitch, off-speed pitch, ground ball, and that's going to be foul. Another pitch fouled off. I'd like to say hello to my good friend Steve Kirk in the state of Connecticut. Big fan of American Legion baseball. Son plays for Hamden. Also Notre Dame West Haven High School. That pitch over for the strike 3. Boucher goes back to the dugout. Pretty pitch from Farnham. So Burlett will step up to the plate. He's the catcher. He had a bird's eye view of that onslaught in the top of 1. 12 batters at the plate for Bangor, Maine. They had a runner thrown out the plate. It could have been worse. LaRoche in the on-deck circle for Franklin, Vermont. 9-inning ball game. Off-speed pitch in there for the swinging strike, and the count quickly 0-2. Last New England team to win an American Legion World Series was a team from Portland, Maine. That pitch in there for the strike 3 call. So you have 2 down and LaRoche to the plate. This Vermont team does not look like they're ready to play here today. I hate to say that, but Caleb LaRoche stepping up, the shortstop. Not swinging the bat, down by 9. You'd think they might be very aggressive. And the pitch from Farnham, fastball. He looks like he's got some tools as Farnham. Outfield playing just about straight away. And the pitch breaks to the backstop. No harm, nobody on. 2 out, bases empty. Gary Farnham's right-handed pitch. That missed, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 2-1. That ball hit foul on a line into the stands and ricochets around. Kind of a sparse crowd here for this early time game on a Wednesday.
Fans, please return all foul balls to the field. Thank you.
Count goes full 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Caleb LaRoche, again, he fouls it off. Trying to get something going here. Three-two pitch, ball 4. So LaRoche becomes a base runner. Good bit of hitting. He fouled off some good pitches. And Bayor stepping up to the plate. Dillon, the right fielder. He's the cleanup hitter. The Farnham offering. And that missed outside. Farnham likes signal from the catcher and fires a strike. And the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. It is overcast. It's going to be hot and humid today. That ball hit high in the air, but right to the second baseman, and on the back pedal, Colford puts it away for the inning's final out. Little pop-up. I thought when it left the bat it might go a little deeper. I got fooled on that one, I must admit. We'll be back with the top of inning number 2, 9-0 lead in favor of Bangor. You're watching American Legion Baseball here on SportingNewsCT.com.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
While I was...
Well, Miss Brenner stepping up to the plate as Bangor, who put up 9 on 7 hits in the first, coming up for the second time in the ball game. Miss Brenner was hit by a pitch, was thrown out trying to score from the bag at second, 7-2. Good throw by the left fielder, Boucher. Outfield just about straight away. Richard Walker, the reliever, is in for Franklin County, Vermont, in the red uniforms. Teams competing. Shrewsbury posts 397, the host team. You have to bid to host the Northeast Regional. There's a ground ball, and it's through the legs of LaRoche. He went after that rather casually and picked up the old head, and that's going to be an error. And the woes continue for Franklin County, Vermont here in the first. But yeah, Shrewsbury posts 397. They play the nightcap game versus West Hartford, Connecticut tonight. You got Braintree, Massachusetts, posts 86, the Massachusetts state champs. Woonsocket, Rhode Island, posts 85, the Rhode Island champ. That ball belted down the line, but foul by Austin Sheehan, who walked with the bases loaded. Let me see if that's actually true. No, he walked to load the bases, that's right. That pitch outside. Woonsocket posts 85, a Rhode Island state champ. Stamford, Connecticut, our Connecticut state champ. West Hartford out of Connecticut. 2 teams from Connecticut being invited. New Hampshire's champ is Rochester, post 7. They're always consistently coming on back here to this event. And Franklin County post 1 you're watching right now, along with Bangor, of course. Counted 3 balls and 1 strike to Austin Sheehan. And that's ball 4. So an error and a walk has put 2 on.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Zach Ireland.
So Zach Ireland with an RBI base hit to the plate has also scored a run. Ireland hits it high up into the air. Down the left field line. Over there is Boucher, and he overran the ball, and everybody up a base. He never touched it, so that's going to go as a base hit to load the bases. And Franklin County continues to just, you hate to say it, but the score is reflecting it. Playing miserably bad baseball. Don't usually say that, but they are really struggling. Colford to the plate. It's like my tennis game last night. The Walker pitch. So he does not get any help, does Walker, at all. Ball went right through the shortstop legs. That was LaRoche trying to make a play. Boucher trying to make a play in left field on a high hit ball. Down the left field line, overran it. Had a walk tossed in. Colford today has collected a base hit already and scored a run. Bases are loaded with nobody out. And we're hoping that Franklin County, Vermont, can straighten things out here a little bit. Catcher, Brulette, fixing his catcher's mask. Ben Crichton in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 1-1. There's a ground ball that's hit through the infield for a base hit. 1 run will score. And they'll stop the runner at the bag at third. That was Austin Sheehan. Kind of went tumbling down. Good thing they did. And another run up on the board is Colford with his second hit and his first RBI. Bases remain loaded. It is now 10-0. Still nobody out. And here's Crichton. He walked with the bases loaded back in the first, and that brought home a run. Big swing and a miss. Walker looking in, the reliever. Hakey started, lasted a third of an inning. There is some activity down in the Franklin County, Vermont bullpen. There's a swing, miss again. Count goes 0-2 to the number 8 hitter in the lineup for Bangor. Looking back to the first inning, which is amazing. 1 reach, 2 reach, 3 reach, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First 9 batters that came to the plate in the first inning, they all reached base. Single, triple, single, hit batter, walk, single, single, walk, double. There's a strikeout of Crichton, so you have 1 down. Base is still loaded. That's the first strikeout for Walker in the ball game. Brings up Ryan Brookings. Brookings doubled home 3 back in the first. Got 3 RBIs in the ball game. One out, bases jammed. 1 run home in the inning. First pitch is ball 1 to Brookings. Tyler Park in the on-deck circle. Well, baseball can be cruel once in a while, can it? Can also be quite exhilarating. I pitch over for the strike. Another pitch fouled straight back. First of 4 on SportingNewsCT.com today. We bring you the entire schedule today and tomorrow. There's a swing and a miss. And Brookings strikes out, so Walker now starting to find his groove. Bases loaded and top of the order to the plate. That's Tyler Park to the plate. Park, a left-handed hitter. You got the dangerous, and you got to call him dangerous. Ethan started in the on-deck circle. He has already collected 3 RBIs and a triple and a 2-run homer. He's on deck with the bases loaded for his pitch strike call. Ground ball hit down to Judkins, second baseman on the short for the force there. So good way for Walker to wiggle out of that with a couple of strikeouts. Bases loaded and nobody out, and they only scored 1. So Bangor travels into the bottom of inning number 2 with a 10-0 lead over Franklin County. We're back.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation.
All right, welcome back. We'll get back to our good friends from American Legion. Of course, they do so many different things other than just baseball. There's a lot more going on with American Legion baseball, as you know, with some outstanding services. All right, on to the bottom of inning number 2. So Jannon to lead it off here. Christian, the first baseman. And the 0-1, that's going to be fouled off of the plate. Count quickly goes 0-2. Jannon up for the first time in the ball game here for Vermont. Ground ball to third. And that's under the glove of the third baseman, scooped up by Island, the shortstop. Upperweight couldn't get to it. That will be recorded as a base hit. Oh, no, that's going to be ruled an error. Okay. And I tend to agree with that. They've also put up a couple of errors now for the Bravehearts. So they have changed a couple of things in the scorebook. We'll check on that for you. So it's 10 runs on 9 hits and 1 error now for Bangor, Maine. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for the opposition. Ground ball turned into a pretty nifty double play, 6-4-3. I'll ground ball right down the island. Colford onto the first baseman, Miss Brenner. So Gaudette will step in with bases empty on the double play. Vermont still looking for their first hit of the ball game. 10-0 score here in the second. Pitch over for the strike. Second game, the one scheduled to follow this one, begins probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes after the fact. Our nighttime games at 4 and about 7:30 or so. And the 1-1 in there for the strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Day 1 of the Northeast Regional. Farnham's pitch. Oh, he pulled the string on him. Swing and a miss by Gaudet. He got fooled on that. That is the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Farnham. And with the help of the double play, that's a quiet inning. We're back with a top of 3, 10-0. It is Bangor leading Franklin County.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion.
Right fielder number 18, Ethan Stoddard.
All right, welcome back. Leading things off has been the hot hitter in the tournament thus far. That's Ethan Stoddard, a triple, and a 2-run homer, 3 RBIs. He's up for the 3rd time of the ball game. Leading off here in the 3rd. Hit a homer in off hit the homer off of Walker. The triple off of Hickey. First pitch in for the strike. Walker's pitch down low and away, and the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Copperweight on deck. Miss Brenner to follow. That's no one, Miss Brenner. And the 1-1 in there for the strike, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2. Nice pitch by Walker. Starting to find some rhythm out there in the mound. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So Stoddard chased one that might have been out of the strike zone.
Now batting the 3rd baseman number 20, Zach Copperthwaite.
That is the 3rd strikeout for Walker since coming on in relief. Copperweight now stepping up to the plate. He singled home a run back in the 9-run first. There's a ball solidly hit out to right field for a base hit. 2nd hit of the ball game for Copperweight. He becomes a 1-out base runner.
Number 25, Noah Misbrenner.
So Noah Misbrenner to the plate, hit by a pitch and reached on an error. He scored a run, been thrown out at the plate. And the pitch. Big lead by the runner. Copperweight at the bag at first. He scurried on back. There was no throw by Brulette from behind the plate. Bill Jannon, the first baseman, trying to hold the runner tight. Time has been called. Judkins at 2nd. LaRoche and Green round out that infield. With Walker on the mound. Boucher in left. Coseo in center. Bayor, the right fielder defensively for Franklin County, Vermont. Outfield playing straight away and rather deep. There goes the runner. Ground ball hit through the hole on the right side. Heading to 3rd goes Copperweight. So the hit and run was on, a good bit of hitting there by Miss Brenner. As
now batting the left
he was able to
17,
single.
Sheehan.
That puts him on the corners with 1 out. Brings up Austin Sheehan. So that's the 11th hit of the ball game for Bangor. So they threaten to put up a run here in the third. 9 runs in the first, 1 in the second. They already have 11 hits. That pitch inside. Ball hit high in the air. Left fielder coming on, looking up, and he'll make the catch. They tag the runner in the throw. Not on time. So Austin Sheehan got that ball deep enough.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4.
Boucher, who's thrown out a runner, made it a good effort. But Cowperwaith will score, and that's a sac fly and an RBI for Sheehan. And Bangor now leads it by the score of 11-0 here in the third. Zach Ireland at the plate. He has singled twice today. Has an RBI. Check swing to the left-handed hitting shortstop. Game immediately following this one. Game 2 on the docket. Stanford post 3 taking on Rochester post 7. That should be a great matchup between those two schools. That's a tough matchup for both. They're both very good state champs. 4:30 game is Woonsocket post 85 and Braintree post 86. The game to follow, West Hartford and Shrewsbury. That's all today's action. The loser of this game will be right back here tomorrow morning at 9:30 to take on the loser of game 2. Then we'll have winter bracket games at 4:30 and 7. That pitch a little high. Runner goes, pitch in there for the strike 3 call. And Zach Ireland back to the dugout to get his glove to go play shortstop. That is the 4th strikeout for Walker. Another run up on the board, however, 11 runs and 11 hits. It is all Bangor. They lead Franklin through 2.5, 11-0.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, Brady Green leading things off for Vermont. It's a pop-up to the first baseman. Miss Brenner puts it away, and Brady Green, who's up for the first time, becomes a quick out. They have one down. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Tucker Judkins. Judkins playing second base today for Vermont. Step on in. Top of the order. Boucher in the on-deck circle. Farnham's done a nice job just maintaining, working the strike zone. Pitch fouled off. Team got him 9 in the first before he even came to the mound. Bit of a scientific process to put your pitching staffs together as you move on to this Northeast Regional. Ball fouled back with pitch counts being so significant and so many pitches lead to so many days off. Route 290, that's what you see in the background there. A lot of traffic, very busy highway that runs right through beautiful Worcester, home of the Worcester Cart Diners. (2-1) up over the head of the batter. Top of the order, as I mentioned, on deck. Tucker Judkins trying to find a way to ignite some offense here for Vermont. Had a nice banquet for the kids last night. Ground ball hit the third. Copperwaite fields it and then throws it over the head of Miss Brenner. That was a line drive that ricocheted off the facade of the stands over there.
Number 12,
That'll be an error. Second error by the third baseman. So now you got a 1-out base runner with Boucher to the plate. And struck out back in the first. All right, so that's the second error committed by Bangor today. Pitch down low. Big swing and a miss by Boucher. First of 4. That's a lot of innings, isn't it, of baseball? Bunt attempt. And it was fouled off to the backstop. Boucher right there bunting for a base hit. I don't think you'd bunt to put a guy in position, although, you know, you got the mercy rule that could go into effect here pretty soon. Nobody wants to be mercied, so Vermont would love to chip across a couple of runs, get it under that 10-run watermark if they could. Count goes level at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Boucher. Brulette is in the on-deck circle for Franklin County, Vermont. Runner goes. Pitch is popped up. Colford to the outfield grass will make the catch, and the runner scrambles on back to first. That's Judkins. So 2 out on the pop-up.
Now batting the catcher, number 14, Colby Brulette.
So Colby Brulette will step on in. He was called out on strikes back in the first. 3 strikeouts for Gary Farnham, the starter out in the mound. For Bangor, Maine, the Comrades. Pitch hit high in the center fielder. Brookings has a beat on it, and he'll look up, moved a couple of steps, and makes the catch. And the bottom of the third will come to a close. We're back with a top of 4. 11-0 you score. Bangor leading Franklin County. Back with more on SportingNewsCT.com.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion, we're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion, we're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion.
All right, welcome back. Colford to lead it off here in the top of the fourth inning for Bangor. Colford in the ball game up for the third time. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Walker pitch. A ground ball. LaRoche will charge it, throws on the run of the bag at first and got it there in time. Nice play and one down.
Now batting for designated hitter number 23, Ben Crichton.
So it brings up Benny Crichton. Crichton walked with the bases low to get an RBI and is struck out. Game starting to settle down a little bit here in the top of the fourth inning. Brookings in the on-deck circle. Yeah, 10-run rule. If the home team is ahead, that ball hit high in the air towards the gap left center field. Center fielder on the run, can't get there. Paseo's backed up by Boucher, and Boucher, long throw in, and that's going to be a double.
Now batting the center fielder number 8, Ryan Brookings.
Walker left that pitch up in the strike zone, and Crichton really bombed it. This team looks like they hit it well. It's interesting, Connecticut American Legion baseball, they use wooden bats, or some fashion of, and now they're playing with aluminum bats here in this Northeast Regional. And I'll tell you what, Bangor is swinging it pretty well. This is Brookings. Brookings with an RBI double. And he struck out. Lines one right back to the pitcher, and getting back to the bag at second is Crichton. Brookings hit it right in the nose. Nice reaction by Richard Walker out in the mound.
Catcher number 6, Tyler Park.
And it brings up the top of the order in Tyler Park. Park has singled and scored in 3 tries already. We're only in the 4th inning. Park 1 for 3 with a run scored. That pitch down low. Concession stand is open. See some folks with a coffee. I think I need to go get one of those. I'm going to scramble over between this half inning here. Park the catcher today for Bangor. That pitch, nice pitch inside corner by Walker. Walker does have a strikeout pitch. He's got a collection of 4 already in the contest. Pitch will get away from the catcher Brulette, and taking third is Crichton. So Crichton now just 90 feet away. Bangor trying to add to their 11-0 lead. They would probably like a mercy rule game. I mean, if you can play just 7, it saves your pitching staff. That is immense. I'm actually a proponent of pitch up high. I think they should play 7-inning ball games with the pitch counts and the like that they have now. I think all American Legion games should be 7 innings. I think it's better for the fans, a little shorter game, not as taxing. in a long tournament like this on the pitching staffs, I think your quality of baseball would be higher in the long run. But that's just my thought. Park draws a walk. Now you get him on the corners with 2 down, and it brings up Ethan Stoddard. Stoddard coming up for the 4th time already. Started the ball game is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. So there was an error back in the first. He was not awarded an RBI when he tripled. So they changed that to a double in the error, allowing to run the score. And started to take the extra base. That makes more sense. Runner goes for a second. No, that's a bluff. Pitch in there for the strike call. Stoddard hit his 2-run home run to deep left field off the man on the mound, Richard Walker. That all came in the first inning. Runner does go. Pitch will get away from the catcher, but not far enough for Crichton to make a scramble down the third baseline. So now you get runners at second and third. No, will be ruled a stolen base. Stoddard could collect himself a couple of more RBIs here. Brookings has been the RBI leader with 3. That ball hit hard down the left field line. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Boucher will retrieve it down in the corner. And looking for 3 is Stoddard. And the slide. And they're going to rule him safe. Slid under the tag of Brady Green. Boucher did a nice job out there in left field retrieving that ball. There was some activity in the bullpen, and he had to contend with all that.
Now batting the third baseman.
So 2 more runs will score. The lead now 13-0, and started with a triple and 2 RBIs. Crichton scores and Park scores. Copperweight to the plate. It's now 13-0. He fouls that off. Copperweight in the ball game, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Only one guy in the lineup, Sheehan, without a hit in the ball game, but he has an RBI as he walked with the bases loaded. Here's a ground ball hit the short. LaRoche will field that. Throw onto the bag at first is offline, and the runner's safe, and a run will score. Stoddard scores from third. That'll be E6.
Now batting the first baseman, number
no RBI.
Noah
It is now 14-0. This one should probably have a mercy rule well before the 7-inning mark, the way it's being played. 14-0 is ugly. Nowhere, Miss Brenner to the plate. Miss Brenner in the ball game, hit by a pitch, is reaching an error and single. Been thrown out at home. That was back on that 12 at bat first. Little dribbler. Walker will pick it up and throw onto the bag at first in time to get the out. Well, little damage done. An error certainly hurt. The big 2-run triple by Stoddard, and the lead has swelled to 14-0. Back with the bottom of inning number 4. That's upcoming in just a moment.
Fans, don't forget to watch the American Legion World Series on ESPNU. Games played in Shelby August 12th through 15th will be nationally televised on ESPNU leading up to Championship Tuesday. Leading off the shortstop, number 7, Caleb LaRoche.
All right, we're into the bottom of inning number 4. And this is LaRoche leading things off. Count is, they're going to fix it now. Had 1 ball and 3 strikes. Now it's a foul ball. Count at 1 ball and 2 strikes as we're back with our cup of coffee here on a early Wednesday. LaRoche in the ball game walked his first time. Gary Farnham, got to give him some credit here. He has really pitched well with a 14-run lead. You might chuckle at that, but sometimes you lose your concentration, especially a youngster. But going out, he's throwing mostly strikes. Got himself 3 strikeouts, letting the defense do the work behind him. They've gotten him a double play. He's only walked 1 batter. That slow curve just missed, and the count goes full at 3-2. So now you know I just jinxed him, but that's for sure. LaRoche making his first official plate appearance, perhaps. 3-2 pitch popped up over the top of us and out of play. What a beautiful location.
Fans, please return all foul balls
as you come
to
down
10 next to the press box.
Route
Thank
290 off of the Mass Pike. As a little guy, always drove down this road and took a look at this ballpark or the football field where Holy Cross has had memorable games, many with obviously Boston College in the heyday. Here's a walk to LaRoche. Always dreamed about being part of something here at the ballpark, so it's quite a pleasure. I've been here for MIAA, baseball championship games through the years. And now this well put together Northeast Regional Tournament presented by American Legion Baseball. Ground ball to first. Nice play by Miss Brenner. They go for the out at second, and Island couldn't hold on to the throw. Might have been a little low. And all of a sudden, there's an opening for Franklin County, Vermont. I knew I jinxed them by mentioning the fact that they were playing pretty cleanly. That's the 3rd error made by Bangor. I'm going to charge that to the shortstop. I think he should have caught that. Jan into the plate. He'll take strike 1. So 2 on and nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ball hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Brookings will charge it. They're going to send the runner around the bag at 3rd. No, they'll cut him up. Now you got 2 runners hung up. They throw behind the runner. And someone's going to have to become the sacrificial lamb here. And they get the out. 2 runners at the bag at 3rd. That was hit really hard. So for Janin with a base hit. LaRoche remained anchored. And Bayor is a guy that's going to be out. So smart play by LaRoche not to get off that base and turn that whole thing into a double play. That's a strong throw by Brookings. That's going to go 7, 3, 4 on that put out. And there is a base hit. Osio comes up with a solid hit, and that will bring home a run. LaRoche will score, and they're on the board. Is Vermont. Now you got runners at 1st and 2nd. They have consecutive hits. Matter of fact, the first 2 hits of the ball game put together by Franklin County, Vermont. So it's 14-1. This is Tucker Gaudet, struck out his first time. So it all began with a walk and then an error. And then you get a couple of hits, and all of a sudden things starting to flow for Vermont. They got 1 on the board. This game started at about 9:35 today. We're into the bottom of the 4th. Scheduled for 9. And the pitch. Was wide, and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. The Farnham pitch, and that miss. Count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. As they adjust the scoreboard here. Farnham checks the runner at second. The 3-1 down the heart of the plate for the strike, and the count goes full at 3-2 to Gaudette. You got Brady Green in the on-deck circle. Pitch spoiled off. Good job by Green. Brady Green, the third baseman for this Vermont team. Count is full, 3-2, the offering, and that's going to be a base hit to the left side. Sheehan will charge it and get by the left fielder. And all of a sudden, you got Franklin County running around the bases, and the throw to third not in time. So Gaudette delivers.
Now batting the third baseman, number 19, Brady Green.
And 2 runs will score. I believe Gaudette's going to get a double out of that. 1 RBI. The overrun should be an error. Indeed, it is. So now both these teams, they have a total of 7 errors between the two of them. And it's a 14-3 score here in the bottom of the 4th. Still only 1 out. Have a pinch hitter here for Brady Green. I do believe. Unless I wrote the number down wrong, which I could have. No, that is Green. Green strikes it to the center fielder coming on. Brookings will make the catch. They tag the runner. Here comes the throw home. And not in time. And that's another run as Gaudette scores in a sac fly. So Green with an RBI. And that's 4 up on the board. They make it 14-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Judkins to the plate, so they're starting to get to Farnham. Now scoreboard just went out, just came back. 14 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors for the team in the field. That's Bangor. At the ground ball, shortstop will field it. And the throw over. Miss Brenner had to put the tag on Tucker Judkins, and that will do it. So 4 go up on the board. We're through 4 complete. We'll be back with more. Your line score, this is what it looks like. For Bangor, Maine, 14 runs on 13 hits and 4 errors. And for Vermont, 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. Back with more American Legion baseball.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways.
Well, we move on to the 5th inning. New pitcher is on, third being utilized by Franklin County. That is Caden Thaberge out of Valley Union High School. Sequoia Valley Union, 6'1", 185. Can also play some second base. It'll be Austin Sheen leading things off here in the 5th inning. Sheen in the ball game has walked a couple of times, sac fly RBI to his credit. That pitch over for the strike. Sheen is the only Bangor player without a hit today. But he has walked twice. So that stat can certainly be misleading. Walker worked 3 2/3 of 8 hits, 7-run baseball, 5 of the runs earned. The starter Hakey for Franklin County worked 1/3 of an inning of 5 hits, 7-run baseball. They were all earned. That's the official line score coming through. That ball batted down the line and just foul. Sheehan really turned on that. Pitch up high, and that's ball 4. So Austin Sheehan walked for the 3rd time today. Lead off the 5th inning, brings up Zach Ireland.
The shortstop, number 4, Zach Ireland.
He's 2 for 3 with an RBI as Ireland. Also scored a run. First pitch was ball 1 to Ireland. Colford in the on-deck circle. 14-4 here in the 5th. Runner bluffs. That's Brulette behind the plate. He was ready to gun the ball somewhere. Counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner will go. Broulette's throw, and it hops past the glove of LaRoche and backed up by the second baseman, Judkins. That's a stolen base for Austin Sheehan. David Greenleaf, our official scorer. Paul LaFleur helping out next to him. A lot of officials from American Legion Baseball in attendance here today, which is great to see. The pitch is lofted high in the air. Boucher is on, and he'll make the catch for the out. So Ireland retired. You have 1 down with a runner in scoring position, and Jesse Colford to the plate. Well, thus far in the ball game, Bangor, Maine has scored in every inning. 9 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, for their total of 14. The Burgess pitch to the plate, and that missed inside. There's a threat of rain today. And the offering popped up and fouled off. 2 teams that combined for 18 runs, 16 hits, and 7 errors. Bangor trying to add more here with the runner in scoring position. That missed outside. The count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rochester, New Hampshire, and Stamford, Connecticut. The battle in our 2nd game of the day. Runner's going to try to steal third. The ball was dropped by the catcher, Brulette. Uncontested, she into the bag at third. Now he's just 90 feet away. on the offering. Up over the head of the batter. Well, we're getting a good look at the Franklin County pitching staff here in this first game. Third pitcher being utilized. We're only in the top of the fifth. The Bird's ready to deal it. And there's ball 4. He's getting himself in a bit of trouble. Runners on the corners, one down. Crichton to the plate. Walloped a double back in the 4th. Walked with the bases loaded in an RBI back in the 1st inning. So Colford stepping up. He's 2 for 3. He'll bunt it. The Birds will pick it up. His throw onto the bag at first and get it there in the nick of time. Good effort there by the pitcher. He slipped a little bit, was able to regain his balance, and Crichton retired. He did push 2 in the scoring position. Now Brookings to the plate. Brookings in the game, 1 for 3. With 3 RBIs. He's the RBI leader today. Cleared the bases with a double back in the 1st. First 9 batters that come to the plate all reached, and 1 was thrown out the plate or they would have all scored. That's how potent that 1st inning was for the Comrades of Bangor. That pitch up high. Count goes level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Park in the on-deck circle here in the top of the 5th inning. The Burge. That's a strike. Count goes 1 and 2. Games taking place around the country. 8 different regions, right? That's what they do. Yeah, 8 different regions. 8 teams will all pounce upon Shelby, North Carolina as early as a week from today, maybe a week from yesterday, to compete in the American Legion World Series. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's hit very high in the air to the outfield grass and right. Bat goes Judkins. He'll make the catch. And that will end the inning. We're back with the bottom of 5, 14-4. The score is correct. You see it on your scoreboard there. Bangor leading Franklin County.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community.
Welcome right back as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball as we move on to the bottom of inning number 5. And this is Franklin County, Vermont, back to the plate. They posted 4 up on the wall back on the 4th to make it interesting at 14-4. Leading things off is Boucher, their leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. As Farnham out in the mound, got touched up for the 4 runs on 3 hits. Back in the 4th inning. Defense didn't help all that much. They made a costly error. Shortstop threw the ball like a rocket, and it went off the facade above the first baseman's head on the first base side there. Nearly threw it into the stands. Must have got away from him a little bit there. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That missed outside. We got a level count at 2-2. The humidity really starting to pick up. You can begin to feel it inside this beautiful press box. Home away from home for the next 4 to 5 days or so. That ball ricocheted foul. Third base wet. Brulette in the on-deck circle, then LaRoche scheduled to swing for the Vermont State champs. Jake Hakey started today for this Vermont team. Lasted just a third of an inning. Ball hit very high. Started coming on the right fielder, and he'll make the catch for the inning's first out. So Boucher is retired, 1 away.
Number 14, Colby Brulette.
So Brulette will step on in. He's 0 for 2. Top of the batting order, meaning the top 2 guys for this Vermont team struggling to get on. LaRoche in the on-deck circle has walked twice today against Gary Farnham. There is a threat of rain or thunderstorms at some point. Do have a light breeze blowing across the field from the left field foul line out towards center field. As the ball struck through the infield by Brulette. He really got a nice piece of that in the right center field for a single. And he got 1 on and 1 out, and Caleb LaRoche stepping up to the plate here for Vermont.
Caleb LaRoche.
So LaRoche to get in. Well, you'll see this in tournament play on occasion. Games that are very high scoring with a lot of hits. Our second game should be really perhaps the game of the day. Rochester, New Hampshire, which has been very good in recent years, taking on the Connecticut State champs in Stamford. Might want to watch that one. Pitch in there for the strike. Seems like Rochester's been to this dance on a few occasions in recent years. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Farnham. Pitch low and away. Get away from Park just momentarily. Throw down. They tag him. He's late on the tag. Ireland may have missed. From this angle here, looked like he might have got him. But Brulette able to slide in. Ball got away. I would imagine that's going to be a wild pitch. My boy David Greenleaf, our official scorer, is 2 rows over from us. Well, it's going to give him a stolen base. So that means no wild pitch, no pass ball. Now LaRoche has a runner in scoring position with a count full of 3-2. Farnham has gone all the way. There's a ground ball, and that nearly got the umpire and the kisser on a crazy bounce. He had the hands up, ruling foul ball, and that took a funny twist as it bounced past the third base bag there. He was lucky he didn't get nailed with that thing. Bayor in the on-deck circle. There's no activity in the Bangor bullpen with a 14-4 lead. Popped up. Shortstop will call. Ireland will make the catch for the inning second out. So the shortstop, Zach Ireland, takes charge. He's back to his respective spot.
Right fielder, number 18, Dylan
Miss Brenner at first. Colford is your second baseman. Ireland at shortstop. Copperwaite at the bag at third. Sheehan, Brookings, and started in the outfield left to right. Off speed pitch, swing and a miss. Bayor today has reached on an error. So he's officially 0 for 2. The 0-2 pitch missed outside. Of course, this Fitton Field home of the Bravehearts. We'll talk about them as the time moves on. Pretty pitch by Farnham as he gets the strikeout. That's his 4th of the ball game. It will end the inning. No runs you had a hit and 1 left on base for Vermont. We'll be back with the top of inning number 6 right here in Worcester, Massachusetts, as you're watching the 2017 Northeast Regional presented by American Legion Baseball.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never really...
Well, we move on to the top of the 6th inning. A little smash mouth in the background. Gotta like that. Here at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field.
Leading off the
Holy
catcher,
Cross
number 6,
College.
Tyler Park.
Their football field in the background. College of the Holy Cross to be proper. It's Brookings to lead it off here. I'll check it. That's Park leading it off. I don't know what Brookings did, but he made it. He did something I didn't write down there. So Park to lead it off. He singled way back in the 1st inning when they scored 9 times. The Burge on the mound, 3rd pitcher being utilized, and that's bunted foul. Started on deck, the owner of a 2-run home run. So he can get the ball out of here, that's for sure. Well, we may have a new right fielder coming in for Bangor. They may make some changes here. Pitch in there for the strike. That pitch way out of the reach of Brulette, the catcher. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Nick Canar is in the on-deck circle for Ethan Stoddard. Another pitch fouled off. That pitch missed outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Park trying to set the table here in the 6th. The Burge into the windup. 3-2 pitch, and that's poked to left. Boucher coming on is going to drop in for a base hit. So Park comes up with his second hit of the ball game.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Nick Kennard.
So Kennard to come up and hit. His first time coming to the plate, so he's on to replace Stoddard, who's out of the ball game. The Burgess pitch, swing and a miss. 14-4 you score. They got the runner. Wrong step at the bag at first, but Park able to scramble on back. $14 hits now in the ball game for Bangor. The Burge pitch, little roller down to LaRoche. They get the force at the back at second and on the first, and not in time by Judkins. So they get Park, 6-4.
The third baseman, number 20, Zach
Kennard reaching on the fielder's choice. Copperwaite to the plate. 2 for 4 today. Couple of runs scored, an RBI. Number 3 hitter in the lineup. They got the runner picked off. They throw behind him, and now they tag out Kennard. And that's the second out of the inning. Caught stealing. 1-3 the 6. Tag was made by LaRoche, and you have 2 down. And Noah Misbrenner to the plate, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored today. That pitch a little high. Another pitch a tad high. And the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike with a high strike call. Austin Sheehan scheduled to hit next. That's a swing and a miss. Ball goes all the way to the backstop. The throw on down and not in time. So Copperwaite strikes out.
Now batting the first baseman,
but reaches.
25, Noah Misbrenner.
Let's see what they will rule that. Wild pitch. Allows him to reach. And now Misbrenner stepping up to the plate. Got myself out of batting order there. The Birds pitch, and it hit him. Second time Misbrenner's been hit. Now you get runners at first and second with 2 down, and Austin Sheehan.
17, Austin Sheehan.
Coming on up. He is, well, has not had an official at bat yet. Has an RBI and a run scored. He's been a walking machine. He's walked 3 times, has a sac fly and an RBI. There's going to be a conversation out in the mound. 14-4 your score here in the top of the 6th. Pitch inside. Hopeville, New Jersey leading Rockland, New York. That game 10-2 in the top of the 8th. Wheeling, West Virginia leading Covington, Georgia. No. Ball hit to the right fielder. And that's going to be caught there. Austin Sheehan retired. We'll get back to some out-of-town scores in a moment right here on SportingNewsCT.com. Back with the bottom of 6 in a moment.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized.
All right, welcome right back as we continue. Bottom of inning number 6, and Vermont clad in their red uniform tops with the white numerals, a little striping down the side of the uniform, a little pinstripe around the sleeve and around the top of the neck. They've been in a bit of a noose. Gary Farnham has shut them down pretty well. They roughed them up for 4 runs on 4 hits in the 4th inning. Other than that, they haven't got much. 14-4 your score. There's a ground ball hit down to short, scooped up by Ireland to throw across a diamond, and he got it there. Nice hustle by Virjanen, although I'm not a proponent of sliding headlong into a bag at first. I think studies have shown you actually slow down versus speeding up. And that's a good way to hurt your shoulder, your fingers, or some other extremity. 1 out. When I was working in independent baseball, baseball manager who had a lot of major league experience. Matter of fact, a couple of World Series rings. Ground ball hit down to Island again, and this time he'll boot it. Well, both these teams have made some errors.
Now batting the designated hitter number 44.
That are not going to bode well as this tournament moves along. You need to play pretty cleanly in the field if you want to advance efficiently and save your pitching staff. Tucker Gaudette stepping up to the plate. He produced a couple of, well, just 1 run. He got an RBI on a double back in the 4th. Trying to promote him here as a big slugger. No, I'm only kidding. He's got a double and an RBI. Gaudette is 1 for 2. Has also scored a run. Pitch down low. So you got 1 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Farnham's pitch hit on the ground and past the glove of Ireland and in the center field, and that's a solidly hit baseball and 2nd hit of the ball game for Gaudette. So now you got runners at 1st and 2nd, and Brady Green to the plate. Green 0 for 1, a pop up to 1st and a sac fly RBI back in that 4-run 4th inning. They're trying to chip away. 14-4 your score. Team in the field, Bangor, Maine, scored 9 in the 1st. There's a ground ball. Colford on the 2nd for 1 to throw to 1st, and that's another double play. That's a 2nd turn, 4, 6, and 3 this time around. And we're through 6 complete. We're back with the top of the 7th. It's all upcoming right here on SportingNewsCT.com. Stay with us.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion.
All right, welcome back as we come on to the top of the 7th inning. 14-4 your score, and leading things off will be Zach Ireland for Bangor. Ireland today, RBI base hit back on the first and hit by pitch. And he's on as a leadoff base runner. I believe that is the third hit batter by the Franklin County pitching staff.
Zach Murray.
And that's going to bring up another pinch hitter here. Going to be Zach Murray stepping in. Guess he'll go on to play second base is what I'm guessing. He's hitting for Colford. Pitch up high. Colford, when he was in the ball game, had a couple of hits and a walk, RBI, run scored. Another throw over to the bag at first, and runner scurries back. Winner of this game will play again tomorrow afternoon. The loser back here at 9:30 a.m. Plenty of punishment for the weary, you might think. Stay tuned. Rochester, New Hampshire, taking on Stamford, Connecticut in our next encounter. Pitch breaks away from the catcher, Brulette. Viljanen down at first, Judkins at second, LaRoche and Green around the infield, Boucher in left, Caseo the center fielder, Bayor in right defensively for Franklin County, Vermont. That's a strike call. Count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. That's a strike call to Murray. Count full, 3-2. Pitch boiled off. The Burge, the deal. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, ground ball, pass a dive of Brady Green, the third baseman, and that's a base hit, and runners at first and second, and nobody out.
Now batting the designated hitter number 23, Ben Crichton.
So Crichton step on in. Spelt like Crichton, public address announcer going with Crichton. We're just staying in sync with the PA announcer here. Does a nice job. Ball fouled back. Crichton in the ball game has walked with the bases loaded, doubled and scored. Struck out and grounded out. Tap one back to the pitcher. The Burge working into his second inning here. Giving up a couple of hits, no runs. They got 1 ball, no strikes on top of the 7th inning. This game just about 2 hours old. Started just past the hour of 9:30. Well, the good news is the skies do not look threatening as of yet. If there is supposed to be some bad weather on the horizon. That pitch gets away from the catcher. Crichton was showing bunt, pulled back, and pitch was inside. And I got runners at second and third with nobody out. Brookings in the on-deck circle. Haven't heard a ruling yet. I'm gonna go with wild pitch. Make my own up. Pitch was inside. Difficult for the catcher to get to Brulette. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes here. Fouled off count. I'm not going to change it to 2 balls and a strike on the scoreboard. My partner Steve Riley in the house. He'll be alongside for game 2, Rochester, New Hampshire, and Stamford, Connecticut. And the 2-2 pitch hit high in the air. Left fielder on, Boucher, and he'll make the catch. They tag the runner, and the throw will come to the cutoff in the infield.
Now batting the center fielder number 8, Ryan Brookings.
So that's a sac fly and an RBI. And the lead grows to 15-4. Brings up Brookings. Brookings today with a 3-run double, and he'll drive a ball to right. Coming on the right fielder. That's a nice catch by Byer, and they turn it into a double play because the runner was going. And Murray is doubled up. That's going to do it. Nice catch on the line drive by the right fielder, Byer, and the double play. That's going to do it in the top of the 7th. One posted up on the board by Bangor as they're going to they're going to stretch here. 15-4 your score. Back with the bottom of the 7th.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
Go!
was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
All right, welcome right back into the bottom of inning number 7. And Vermont coming to the plate. And it is Judkins leading things off. Farnham working here into the bottom of the 7th inning, has given up 4 runs on 5 hits. His team has committed 5 errors behind him. So he's had to throw a few extra pitches here today. 3 errors committed. That ball coming towards us. And a couple of folks down in front of us. Somebody's got a souvenir. Throw it back, young lady. Throw it back. That's what they shout out from the public address announcer's box. 0-2 is up high, and the count goes 1-2. Top of the order, and Boucher on deck for this Vermont team. Franklin County, Vermont. I got to look it up on Google and see where it is. There's a ground ball hit slowly, fielded, and thrown onto the bag at first for the out. Got a new second baseman. That's Murray.
Ryan Boucher.
It's a nice job by Murray to get the ball on over. So you have 1 down, 4-3 if you like to score that type of stuff at home. And Ryan Boucher to the plate. Boucher has struck out, popped up, hit a fly ball out. He's 0-for-3 against Farnham. Pitches in there for the strike call. 11-run lead for Bangor here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That pitch missed outside. More baseball coming your way. Typically, I think they put, what, like 45 minutes between games? Right about that. So depending on when this game ends, we'll see Rochester, New Hampshire, and Stanford battle. There's a bunt. Park will pick it up. Good, accurate throw to the bag at first, and we have 2 down. Brings up Roulette. Roulette today is
now batting the catcher, number 14.
1-for-3. Trying to keep things going here. Mercy rule, I believe, in effect. Vermont would have to score 2 here to send it on to the 8th inning. There's 2 down and nobody on. I didn't want to say it to jinx the potential of the mercy rule going away, but at some point, I guess you got to let everybody know what's going on. That pitch in there for the strike, and the count goes 0-2. So Bangor, perhaps a strike away from moving on to the winner's bracket. Ground ball. Murray will field it, and on the first, and that will do it. A mercy rule win, 15-4. And a game that I would like to say was really well played, but folks, when you hear the line score, you'll know why I'm not going to say that. 9 runs in the first really set the tone. 15 runs, 15 hits, and 5 errors for the victorious Bangor American Legion state champ. 4 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors for the Vermont American Legion state champs. Things will continue tomorrow at 9:30 with the loser, Vermont, taking on the loser of our next game between New Hampshire and Stamford, Connecticut. And the winner now moving on to a 4:30 game on tomorrow. All right, that's going to do it. Your winning pitcher going all the way was Gary Farnham. The hitting star had to be the young man Ethan Stoddard, who clobbered a 2-run home run and had a 2-run triple in the 4th inning to spark the Bangor offense. The loser, working just a third of an inning, was Jake Hakey. That's going to do it right here from Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field. Back with more American Legion baseball. Stamford and Rochester up next. Stay with us.